Hi folks! Well, as the title of the video states, I'm having some troubles with my new 200 amp SVE Alternator. Me and my wife were out for a little cruise last night, as one does in the summer. And we stopped to get fuel. And with these old small block Fords, right, you should always check the oil on it. So I popped the hood, checked the oil, all's well there, doing a quick little once over while I'm waiting for the pump to stop, and I noticed something a little suspect. Right, so I'm over on the passenger side of the car, just having a look around, and I'm like, what in the hell is going on here? So, I mean, I don't really know what's going on quite yet. I'm going to take you guys along for the ride as we try to figure this out, but my power lead cables are all burnt. The heat shrink tube has pretty much cremated off of them. And then there's a little red kind of grommet deal off that power lead off the back of the alternator. It is melted. And now, just to give you a little more context here, I've had this car out 3 times now, maybe for a total of about 25 miles since putting this alternator on. Now, as far as the gauge is concerned, everything is operating as it should. Like, I'm getting good battery voltage and everything, but something haywire is going on here. So now we need to figure out what's going on with this alternator, and that's where I'm going to bring LMR into the mix. I have a fresh email from them that arrived in my inbox first thing this morning, to which they were responding to my email late last night at 9:30, right? They're obviously not operating at those hours. And boom, I get this thing first thing this morning saying, hey, sorry you're experiencing this, let's get it figured out. And I have to just stop for a minute and say, hats off to you, LMR. I've had parts that I bought from LMR that have not lived up to the expectation, i.e. maybe they showed up broken or damaged or just didn't work as intended, and LMR has always pulled through. I have to say that is like the best customer service in a world that we now live in that lacks customer service massively. I could make your ears bleed on all kinds of other stories, but I won't. LMR, thank you so much for always being there for all of us Mustang folks. If you're watching this, we appreciate you. So, ladies and gents, I'm gonna bust out the tools from my home toolkit because I am working at home right now. I'm not at the shop, so I'm dealing with my little makeshift kit. Anyway, we gotta go through some tests, battery voltage tests, alternator tests, and I'll bring you guys along for the ride, see if we can't figure out what's going on here. All right, guys, first things first, we need to disconnect the battery. LMR wants a reading of my battery voltage without the cables connected, okay? I hate disconnecting my battery because it means I just got to reset all of my clocks, like the one on my digital dash, again from LMR, and my stereo. Okay. Voltage reading on the battery, no cables connected, 12.42 volts. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. 12.43. Right, now reconnect both battery cables. And they want a reading on the stud on the back of the alternator. Okay. So now we'll use our battery as ground, and we'll go to the stud on the back of the alternator. 12.41 volts. Okay, seems standard issue. I'm writing this stuff down as I go so I can put it all in my email. Right, so now we need to check voltage on the 3-wire regulator plug. This is a key on test, not running. So let me turn the key on. We'll get a voltage reading. right. Turn those fans off. Okay, green wire. Oh, this is going to take a little pin to get in there. My wife's sewing needle that she's still looking for. Okay, voltage reading of 1189. Maybe a little lower due to the fact that both contour fans just fired up there, but 1189. Okay, next test is a continuity test. We need to go from the white wire on this 3-pin harness over to this plug here, and we need to make sure that there's continuity. So make sure there's continuity between my leads. Yes, 0.2. Now we're going to test continuity between these two guys. Zero, 0.1.2. So yes, continuity. Okay, and finally, we need to check the voltage at the yellow wire. Get my alligator clip back on my ground side here. Back over to my battery. Voltage at yellow. Help if we get this thing onto voltage and off of continuity. .07. Geez, guys. All of this to me, and now I'm no specs expert on alternators, but all this seems like it's checking out. I don't know why the hell we're burning up wires on the power lead off my alternator. Huh. I guess we'll see. Well, that concludes all the tests that LMR wanted me to run. I just got the email sent over to Chance down there in Waco, Texas at LMR. They are 3 hours ahead of me, so I wanted to make sure I could get this off to him as fast as possible, so hopefully we can go back and forth a little bit and figure this out. I will keep everybody posted on what comes of all that. Now, as far as my assumptions go, I really don't have too many. If you caught my last video, you'd know that I upgraded from SVE's 130 amp 3G alternator option to now their 200 amp. I won't bore you with all the details as to why I made that switch. If you're interested, I'll try to link the video for you. Go over, check that out, and see for yourself. But I never had any issues with the 130 amp option. I mean, that alternator, other than giving me some signs that maybe it was getting a little tired, I definitely wasn't burning up power leads like I am on this one in a very short period of time, like about 25 miles worth of driving time. And again, it's not giving me any indication on the dash that this thing's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. So I don't know. I'm going to run some of my own tests, fire the car up, maybe check voltage at the alternator and at the battery and see what's going on there. I don't know. I mean, and my battery is not giving me any signs that like it's boiling or, you know, it's by no means whatever, getting pregnant and blown up and stuff. So, but then again, I haven't driven the car a lot, only 25 miles. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud right now, right? So I think this will be at least a 2-part series case. So this is just letting everyone know what I'm seeing. And then I'm going to maybe come back around and I'll tell you what we figure out and hopefully what the problem is. Because when I went searching last night, if anyone else has experienced this problem with these SVE alternators, I couldn't find anything. So that's why I wanted to do this video, put something out there in the Foxbody record that, hey, somebody's had an issue with them. Maybe it's a one-off, maybe it's not, but hopefully it helps someone out there. So stay tuned, folks. I'll keep you posted on what we find. And thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the comments, guys. Take care. Bye for now.